I've been like fixing my hair and fixing everything for the past 30 minutes. And I'm just done. I'm just done. Welcome everybody to the NewLowPod, where every episode is a new low. And I got a lot to talk about and not that much to talk about at the same time. It's a bit of a paradoxical statement. And I've been wanting to make this podcast for about, I don't know how long this episode is due. It's like it's supposed to be every week, but now it's just exponentially getting longer each episode. But this is the New Low Podcast episode number 6 or something. Hopefully we can get to like 10 and past 10, and hopefully, man, we can just hope. And I gotta calm down. I gotta be loud. I gotta be audible. I don't want to be too low energy. I just happen to be a low energy type of person. Sometimes I get too worked up. And yeah, man, I just never ended up doing it before, and I wish I did, because I had a lot to talk about. I mean, they had like a volcano that erupted in Indonesia. They had earthquake in Indonesia, and they had a plane crash in Indonesia. It's a lot of things that happened in Indonesia that I was paying attention to. Besides that, I think Thailand's up to a lot of good stuff recently, and I don't remember what they're up to now, but they're up to some really good stuff. And Malaysia is up to some real good stuff right now. We have some MPs are deciding to revisit the gay laws or something, and I think that's important, especially now during the COVID times. We need people looking out for the gays, and that's what those MPs are doing. So God bless them, man. God bless them. And Malaysia's up to some real good stuff with the, I don't know what they're up to, the politics stuff, man. I don't even want to talk. I don't want to. The audio is a bit weird, but just bear with it. I mean, I've been fixing this stuff for about 30 minutes, and I you know what, for this episode, this quality is fine. I don't like the way the audio sounds, but it's a bit too punchy in my opinion. But just bear with me for this episode. So it is Taipusam the day I'm recording. Hopefully I can get it out by tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I was going to talk about deforestation and Borneo and Kelapa Sawit, because it's still ongoing. Deforestation. It's not like we've halted, or maybe we've reduced a bit, like the production, but who knows? I don't know yet. I can't speak on this per se. So let me just look through my notes. Yeah, I just regret not ending up doing the episode earlier, because I've missed out on so much news topic, man. Dustin Poirier, he won against Conor McGregor. That's one thing that happened. I think Joe Biden won the election. In between each podcast, Dustin Poirier won and Joe Biden won between this episode and the previous one. So besides that, the COVID vaccine is getting close. The COVID vaccine, they said it was going to come out in February, and they're going to start rolling it out in March, I think. I heard was looking through some news. Let me see if I can find that. Kari Jamaluddin. He made, sorry, it's kind of unprofessional. I'm just like scrolling. This is an interesting video of like a Dato fighting with a Dato Seri at a housing area in Puchong. Shout out Puchong. About a helicopter parking, and the helicopter is parked at this guy's porch like it's a car. It's so weird. It's so freaking weird. I might put the video in the in this video, and hopefully you guys can see it. Besides, what's that Kari Jamaluddin one about the rolling out the vaccine? Here it is. Plans to vaccinate 75,000 people a day at 600 COVID-19 vaccination sites from March. Mufti Minister Khairi Jamaluddin told Code Blue the next target is 150,000 jabs a day. Jabs, wow, including the second dose. Putrajaya aims to inoculate 27 million people by December 2021 at the earliest. At the earliest, okay. Jab. And in light of this news, I want to talk about a bit about side effects. And in Norway, there's some person who died from the vaccine, and people are just concerned about the side effects and stuff. And I don't know, but about the death though, it happened in Norway, and it involved a severely frail old person or something. And the fan is like blowing into the mic right now. Severely frail. Why would you inject anything into a severely frail person? I mean, you can inject like blood. What's a normal thing to inject into a severely old person or anybody? You can inject like an IV fluid, and you can expect them to die because it says severely frail in the article. I wouldn't even. You can inject nothing into a severely frail person, and they're gonna die. So yeah, that. Besides that, I can't really talk about the other side effects because I don't know of it. I think there's some mild cases of fever and those kind of like symptomatic side effects, and that's what's up. That's what's up with the vaccine. And I want to talk about this recent news that popped up. Today is the day of Thaipusam, and we have some news about Thaipusam, and that's regarding a police man helping out. Man, the fan is really bugging me now. And I do not remember the specifics. I think it was a freaking damn. There's some horny MFers on Twitter, and I'm not complaining or whatever, man. I don't care, man. You do you. There's a lot of like, I wouldn't say. I ain't judging. I don't use Twitter that much, so it doesn't matter to me. Just use Twitter to like check out the news. So it's a tweet of Taufufa. And then what was I lost my train of thought. I was gonna look for something, but I don't remember anymore. I was gonna look for something, bro. What the heck was I gonna look for? Oh yeah, the Thaipusam video. I don't know where it is, but basically it's just a police officer or some police guy helping out with the Thaipusam thing, where they load up the chariot with the god statue. I mean, I don't really have good terminologies here, but he just helped like loading it up. And I don't know about the ethnicity or race or religion of the cop, but I think people are. I don't know why people. I mean, I just heard that it went viral of the cop helping it out, and I don't even know what the reaction is. Are people mad about it? Are people supportive about it? Are they like, oh yeah, finally some good, something interesting that's happening? You know, sometimes things go viral just because it's kind of interesting. And when I watched the thing, I was like, it was on the news actually just now, and when I watched it, it wasn't really that interesting. That was just a, he's just loading the chariot up. It's not even that like compelling to me. But I think people are mad that a cop is helping it out. I think people are questioning the ethnicity. Like, what if it's a Muslim helping it out? Maybe. Like I mean, some people get riled up about that, but I think it's not a problem because like apparently they have to respect other religions as well, and helping it out is not really like you're just helping load the chariot. You're not freaking sacrificing a goat to the great Kali. Great Kali is a wrestler, and who knows, man, people sacrifice goat to him. You're just loading the chariot up. Calm the fuck down. You're not like cutting I don't even know what people do in the name of God. Like, like fucking donating your blood in the name of Shiva, and people are mad about that, and I really don't know, man. It's just a cop. Doesn't matter what their race or ethnicity is. It's just helping it out. He's not really. It's a he. It's not a she. That's what I can tell from the video. Besides that, it's way too blurry to tell the ethnicity, and I'm good at telling people's ethnicity. If I see a person, I'm gonna drop the ethnicity. If it's a mixed person, I can tell how many percent are they mixed, because I observe a lot of mixed people and mixed couples. So I kind of specialize at labeling people by their race. I can tell if you're 100% Scandinavian. I can tell if you have like a little bit of Indian. I can tell like how much. I'm like a walk-in ancestry.com, and I'm good at that. I'm can tell if what's a person's race, but the video was too blurry, so I couldn't really tell the person's race. And yeah, man, I don't know why people are mad about it. If people are happy about it, that's great. I don't even know a little bit anything about the news right now. And besides that, that's the thing with the stock market going on. Okay, time to talk about the stock market. So, I don't care. I don't care about the stock market. However, I will have my little 2 cents here, because the stock market is not as complicated as many people give credit to be. Well, it can be, depending on how closely you look at it, because a rock could be a rock, or it could be a textbook telling the history of the 20 million years. It's just how you look at things. You can either look at things as a unit, or you can break it down. And looking at the stock market as a unit, based on my understanding, dude, the stock market is essentially a legal Ponzi scheme. And what a Ponzi scheme is basically selling empty promises. And it is empty promises. So it's like and you invest in the empty promises. So it's almost like a religion. And religion is all about empty promises. When you die, you're gonna get a couple hoes. And if you're a woman, you don't get to go to heaven or some bullshit like that. I don't know. Some religions are wacky. And basically, that's what the stock market is. That's what money is. Money has no value if you don't believe in it, which is a weird parallel with religion you can draw. But the stock market is essentially a legal Ponzi scheme. So it's just, that's what it is. That's all there is to it. It's just empty promises. You put money into it, and then you can take money out. It doesn't matter if you do well or you don't. It's kind of like I'm a whole fucking, I'm empty promises. I'm a personification of an empty promise. Man, I don't really like the tone right now. I mean, it's not high. It's not high energy. It's weird sounding. I'm pretty sure it's different. Sounds different from the initial voice of the start. A man has been sentenced to 1,050 years in jail for raping his 12-year-old stepdaughter 105 times over a period of 2 years. The proceedings yesterday took nearly 5 hours as each charge was read out separately. The man will also be given 24 strokes of the crane. So there's some demented man out here. It's kind of demented, and it's very disturbing. I feel disturbed mentally, and after reading that. And man, 105 times over the period of 2 years. And some of you might be wondering, like, why didn't the victim run away? Why didn't the victim just like lash out or like, you know, when you're in a situation like that, there's a lot of variables you got to think about. And man, two over the period of 2 years, jeez, it's a long con. It's a long so it's a long dementedness. It's so fucked. So fucked, dude. Honestly, I think today is gonna be a short episode because I'm not prepared. I mean, let's I don't know. Sometimes you just don't feel like doing it, and I don't want to fall into that same pit of not ending up doing it. You know, I don't want to fall into that group. You can see my dumbbells in the back. I'm sorry about that. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Look at how light. I'm kidding. Uh, I've been doing a 10-day plan. Basically, it's just my workout, and half of it is rest and half of it is working out. I will talk more about it once it's done, and I'm not done with it yet. I'm in like halfway there, so hopefully next week I'll talk more about the situation. And and man, so what we talked about the vaccine, COVID side effect, and how it's rolling out. Stock market. So basically, I really don't care about the stock market. So basically, with the stock market, you can coordinate investing. I mean, it's not really a new thing. It's always been a thing where a really rich person can either put in a lot, and then once other people start putting in, they just sell. And it's not illegal. It's just a bit exploitative. It's a bit exploitative, and it's not illegal. It's a bit scummy, but it's not illegal. You can just put in 1 million. Well, rich people wouldn't really put in 1 million. They put in something like I'm talking about the range of like 100 million plus, like around that range. They put it into a stock, and then that stock starts growing, and then other people start putting in their money into the stock, and then once it gets really high up, the rich person takes out that 100 plus because it's worth more now, and they basically cash out. And that's basically what Reddit did, kinda. They Robin Hooded the guys, and yeah, that's I really don't give a shit about the stock market. I don't like money. If you think about it, it's worth nothing if you don't believe in it. Oh, I got insufficient storage. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, money is just it's technically not worth anything if you don't believe in it. And believing in stuff is a powerful thing, man. Because you can believe in a person, believe in their like talents, and believe in their abilities, and that's a form of that's powerful, man. When someone believes in you and believes that you can do it, or if someone doesn't believe in you and then you try to prove them wrong, like Dustin Poirier, he had a lot of like non-believers, and yeah, belief is a powerful thing. Belief and believing. But believing in yourself, that's some bullshit, dude. You can't like the concept of believing in yourself, it's a weird thing if you think about it. Because what does it even mean to believe in yourself? Like, is it to believe in your abilities? Actually, that's what it means now I think about it. That was it. That was a dumb. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Now, actually, you know what? Believing in yourself makes a lot of sense now. Yeah, you just have to believe in your ability, and you have to believe in your skill set. And you got to believe that you can do it. And they just simplify it to you just got to believe in yourself. And you got to believe in your. And you can't. But then again, you have people who believe too much in themselves and they're overconfident almost and they screw up. So you got a bit of that. And I feel like I'm a person who I don't want to. I just don't want to believe in myself or my skill set. I don't want to be a position in where I have to. It's not. I don't know. I feel like it's never worth it if you think about it. And I mean, I wasn't a bit of a. I don't know. I don't know, man. Besides that, what's up? You know. Um, I should. I don't want to talk about Malaysian politics right now because it's boring. It's downright boring. If you notice that nobody's talking about Malaysian politics because it's boring, and the government is boring. COVID relief, like it's. I think they dropped like 14 billion Malaysian ringgit on like some COVID relief stuff, and we all know where that money is going. Come on, come on. We all know where that money is freaking going. It's going nowhere. It's going nowhere meaningful, is what I mean. And it's come to a point where NGOs do more than the freaking GOs, dude. And I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that, dude. When the GOs do more than when the NGOs do more than the GOs, dude, that's when you know you got a freaking problem. And the government doesn't have the priorities straight, you know. And I mean that is their priority, keeping things straight. They don't want none of that homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the direction that we're heading right now. We don't have a good sense of direction. Obviously, COVID, but that doesn't mean we can't have other initiatives and public initiatives. I appreciate that they're being transparent, but what if that's just because they're forced to be transparent with the relief because of the nature of the virus. But yeah, man, I'm not a big fan, but I am looking forward to the future of the country in 20 years. Not now though. I think now the future of the country is very questionable. Although I will say that the ringgit is doing pretty good against the USD. The last time I checked, 1 Malaysian ringgit is equal to 4 US dollar, and before this, it was 1 Malaysian ringgit equals to 4.2 US dollars. So it's a freaking 20 cent. That's huge, by the way. That's a huge difference. Over like some period of time. I'm not sure if the US just got weaker or if the ringgit got stronger. I'm not a financial guy, but I just want to say what I came across recently, and that's what I came across, man. The ringgit is doing better against the USD right now, and I don't know whose fault that is. That's a huge amount of money, by the way. 20 cent difference is a huge amount of money. Like if you think about like the conversion scale, zero point 0.2 is a huge amount. I'm serious, by the way. Some people are like, 20 cents, that's nothing. Dude, like if you scale that up to like millions, it's a significant chunk of a difference. And I've thought about that basically like when I was in Thailand, the Malaysian currency was more than Thai. Basically, it's, in the words of Zern Tan, the famous Zern Tan, geo arbitrage. Basically, the sentiment of the value of the currency is different. For instance, here 10 ringgit can get you a satisfying meal from McDonald's. But in Thailand, 10 ringgit can feed a family. And in America, 10 ringgit is not enough to even take a shit. And that's what it's called. I don't know if it's called geo arbitrage or just the sentiment of the currency, the sentiment of the value of the currency. I don't know. I'm not a financial guy again. I hate money, actually. I fucking hate money because it brings out the worst in people. And it sucks because, yeah. And it gives the worst to people sometimes, but at the same time, it's part of the world now. It's part of the reality that we live in. We can't just trade cows for wheat and rice anymore. We have to use, we can use like a currency that's a bit more grounded, like gold or something. But again, I don't really like currency and what it stands for in general. I really wish to revert back. What was I talking about? Oh, geo arbitrage. But yeah, I had a thought when I was in Thailand. Like, what if we take like 100 ringgit, convert it to baht? So now we have 500 baht, and the conversion is, let's say, 1 to 10, right? So now we have 500 baht, and then we wait until the ringgit drops or the baht gets stronger. So now it's, instead of being 10 to 1 conversion, it's now 10 to 2. So for every 10 like baht, you get 2 ringgit. This is obviously an extreme example where it never happened, but you're really banking on that small changes. So now you can convert your baht into ringgit and you'll get more ringgit than you started off with. And I think that's what forex exchange is about, foreign forex. But I'm not completely sure. But I thought about that in Thailand when we had to exchange the currency, and I'm like, this could be like, you could actually like make money out of nothing this way. And I'm not sure about the legality of that. Like, is it legal to do that where you just like exchange money, but wait for the ringgit, wait for the currency to drop and then exchange it back? I'm not sure about the legality of that, but it's certainly like, if you were to, well, right now let's see, it's 1 to 4, and it used to be 1 to 4.2. So which way do you want to convert to get more money? I think it will be, it's a loss on the American side. So man, where would the money go? Would it be, I guess you'd want to, well, now would be a good time to buy the US dollar actually, and then wait for it to go up and then convert it back. Since it, man, it's so complicated. I can't, let me, give me a second. Let me think about this. All right. Anyways, I was doing some thinking, and it didn't quite, I couldn't make sense of it. It's a bit too complicated. I need more brain power. Or maybe I just had to simplify it to an extreme degree. But yeah, that's enough. That's enough financial talk, bro. I'm not a financial guy, but I got a job recently, and that's nice. That's. I mean, it's. I haven't. I'm not quite sure how well it's gonna pay because I haven't gotten paid yet. But if I get paid, man, you guys are gonna hear about it. I mean, I'm gonna be splurging. I'm gonna be selling stuff, buying stuff. I'm gonna be buying bitcoins. I'm gonna buy the heck a load of bitcoins, because guess what? Bitcoin is like a wave. Like, because once it gets high, people are gonna sell. That's just the nature of crypto in general, I think. And Ethereum is not a bad like crypto, but I feel like it's not. It's not Bitcoin. Ethereum is not Bitcoin. Um, Bitcoin is not like, it's a good investment. Even if like it's dying, that's when you should be buying, because it has staying power is what I'm saying. It's been around for like what, 20 years now, and that period of it being around really adds to its integrity as a currency. And I would invest in Bitcoin if I had the cash, but I don't, and I don't even know how to invest in Bitcoin. But anyways, dude, Bitcoin currency, what up? I mean, I just said I don't like money, but then I just went on about money. It's not my forte, and I don't like money and the idea of it. But I appreciate it and I respect it. Besides that, what's up, dude? Taipusam has gone on, and I'll be honest, I don't know the particulars of Taipusam. I don't know why. Like, what's up? Is it the birthday of Lord Muruga? Is it? Like, what's the deal with? I don't know the history. I should be reading the Wikipedia page of Taipusam. You know what? Let's get a bit of lesson on Taipusam. Let me go to the Wikipedia page of Taipusam. So Taipusam is a festival celebrated by the Tamil Hindu community. I knew it. I knew it was just a Tamil thing and not a India thing. Well, I didn't know it. I had a feeling that it was. Like, Pongal is also a South Indian Tamil thing. And it's the full moon in the Tamil month of Thai. The festival was said to have supposedly created during one of the battles between Asuras and the Devas. At one point, the latter were defeated, several times by the former. The Devas were unable to resist the onslaught of the Asuras. In despair, they approached Shiva and entreated to give them an able leader who under heroic leadership they might obtain victory against the Asura. They surrendered themselves completely and prayed to Shiva, and Shiva granted the and created mighty warrior Skanda. Shiva granted their request by creating the mighty warrior Skanda. Who the heck is Skanda? Out of his own power or Achintya Sakti, he at once assumed leadership of the celestial forces. Was it Marvel? Celestial forces inspired them and defeated the Asura's forces, and recognized that day the people created festival Taipusam. This is like this is better. This is a better script than Miss Marvel. I would say that much. He created the mighty warrior Skanda, and you can easily make like $100 million movie out of this, like a fucking like celestial epic. But I don't know. The story doesn't really make sense to me right now. I mean, it's very basic. They just asked for help, and he made the mighty warrior Skanda. But I don't know about the mighty warrior Skanda. Is Wikipedia wildin'? What's going on? According to Hindu Puranas, Skanda Puranam, the legend of Murugan and the Tirupugal, which are divine verses on Murugan, adhere to Shaivam principle. Murugan is the embodiment of Shiva's light and wisdom, and devotees pray to him to overcome obstacles. Yada yada yada. Wait, what the heck is Skanda? Hold up. Oh. Skanda is just Murugan's like alt name, and Indian gods have a lot of alt names, dude. Indian gods have so much alt names. They kind of predate. They kind of ahead of their time for like alt accounts. Kartikeya, Murugan, and Subramanya. The Hindu god of war? I didn't know Murugan was the god of war, I guess. Based on the story that we just read, he is the god of war. Well, yeah, that's it. It's the celebration of the birth of Murugan. That's what Taipusam is. And it's not really the birth, it's more the conception and the creation of the god of war, who helped the people defeat the Devas, actually. Helped the Devas defeat the Asuras. That's not even humans, dude. That's more towards like it's basically like the Kree versus the Skrulls. Like divine beings is what that is. The Asuras and Devas, they're divine creatures, and they got help from the god of war. Pretty sick, honestly. That's kind of cool. It's really cool. I mean, I'm glad we did that little history lesson. I mean, it's more of it's not really a history. It's more of like a mythology lesson and story. And a lot of Hinduism is more. It's less about the specifics of the story, but rather it's about the lessons in the story. And people kind of miss the point. A lot of people miss the point of a lot of these mythos and legends. It's more about what you can learn from the event rather than the event itself. But maybe that's just my opinion. I think that is just my opinion. But if you just learn from it, maybe the world will be a better place. But there's not much to learn from the conception of the god of war to help out. I mean, obviously the story is just one paragraph in Wikipedia. And if I read the Skanda Purana, probably get the Skanda Purana is the largest Mahapurana. A genre of 18 Hindu religious texts that contains over 81,000 verses, and is Kaumara literature, titled after Skanda, a son of Shiva and Parvati, who is also known as Murugan. Man, I got a lot to learn about Hinduism. But yeah, that's what Taipusam is about, guys. That's what Taipusam is about. Not all, most South Indians celebrate it, not really northern folks. Kind of interesting how it's a bit of a divide on that because it's under like Hinduism. It's not really like a South Indian thing. Like with Pongal, Pongal is just a South Indian thing because of the harvest, and also they do prayers on it. So yeah, that's a little lesson about Thaipusam, dude. How long have I been going? I think I'm ready to wrap it up. I'm ready to wrap it up, dude. Um, However, I will do like a quick wrap up. So we talked about, I don't know. I don't know. But I will see you guys next week. I got more videos planned out. I'm going to be making more videos. I recently bought some RAM. I bought 4 GB RAM, DDR3. Actually, it's 2 GB sticks. So it's going to be interesting when that comes over. The world of opportunity that's going to show up to me with 4 more GB of RAM. So that's what's up. And I got more videos planned out. That's a lie. I don't know why I said that. I mean, I want to make more videos. That's what I meant to say. And I will be making more videos. And I got some other stuff planned out too. I'm going to be working on my comic. I'm going to be working on another comic for a contest. Mundane Daily Activities. That's what the comic is called. It's about the story of Ah Chong and Angry. His name Angry. And the story is just them going about their daily lives. It's really mundane, but again, you're supposed to learn from their journeys rather than the actual journey itself or the events. That's enough talking. Thanks for watching. This has been a new low. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.